Hey, what's up, guys? I am back. I was traveling over the weekend, went to Arizona, had a great time at a friend's bachelor party, hit the bars, hit the casino, hit the golf course. Man, it was awesome. But you know what? We're back on the grind today. And I wanted to do a video inspired by something I knew. You know what? I just knew. I had a feeling. I had a feeling that somebody was going to go with the March Madness basketball niche and fly too close to the sun. I'm sure that it's more than just one person that did it, but in this video, I want to share a story and I want you to just kind of do a mental game. Put yourself in this person's shoes, okay? So that you don't actually have to go through what they went through, because they sacrificed their Merch by Amazon account for a short-term cash grab that I'm guessing will never even hit their bank account. I don't really know if you get paid out or not if you do the IP infringement thing. I'm going to venture a guess that you don't. But in this video, we'll take a quick look at, probably how much money within, reasonable certainty they made with this short-term thinking, the cash grab, and talk about how much money they lost if we just kind of elongate the time horizon and kind of step back and look at the bigger picture. So it's going to be a learning experience. Let's get started. Quick reminder, take advantage of the free weekly print-on-demand giveaway. The link is at the top of the description. 2 winners are going to be randomly selected and announced this Sunday. Also in the description, I've got a 7-day Merch by Amazon mini course. All I need is your email address and I will send you 1 lesson a day for a week. And I've got a great Merch by Amazon Facebook group. So if you guys would like to join, that would be great. I'd love to have you. All right, so here is how I ultimately stumbled on this shirt. Well, like I normally do, I keep a browser tab open to Merch by Amazon all day. And because I have Pretty Merch Pro Plus, I can click that research tab that you see up there. And then all I have to do is scroll down and I see all the best sellers pretty much in order. Now I noticed today there was a new entry into the top 5 best sellers. And this entry is St. Peter's University. How did that get through the approval rejection algorithm? Oh, here's how. Can you guys see above my finger? Look at how they titled their shirt. And by the way, this is not meant to be a tutorial on how to get through the approval rejection algorithm, because ultimately, it catches back up with you. Like if you're breaking the rules, you're going to eventually get in trouble. So I don't get how it's worthwhile to do this. But what you can see here, somebody submitted this shirt. According to Google, it was indexed 2 days ago, which probably meant that it happened maybe, let's just say 3 to 4 days ago, probably 3 if I had to guess. I don't know how often Google's web crawlers indexes Amazon listings. I also wonder if they do it the same way that they index other pages on other websites, like normal websites, or if maybe Amazon gives them like API access so they can do it in a more efficient way, since Amazon's catalog grows at such a ridiculous rate. Anyways, they were able to get this shirt up to a 17,000 BSR in just a couple days. Good enough to be top 5 in Amazon merch, which right now, if you just look at the BSRs, you can see that like sometimes the merch BSRs are crazy low, meaning lots of sales. Times like now, not that low. Like the average top 5 BSR right now is above 10,000. That's honestly probably rare. They're typically, better than that. But so I don't know if that means that in general people aren't buying shirts, or if maybe merch is again doing that. We theorize maybe they're throttling a little bit. I don't know. What I do know is that this shirt exploded into the top 5 in just a mere couple of days, which is typically indicative of, well, either they were first to a very, very big trend, or they're just breaking the rules. And in this case, that's exactly what they were doing. Anybody not familiar with St. Peter's? So they are a college, number one. And right now they're trending because of, St. Peter's University. They're trending because of their basketball team, which is a 15 seed that knocked off number 2, Kentucky, number 7, Murray State, and then they play Purdue this upcoming Friday, I believe. I think I have the date right. Either way, the reason I'm telling you that, I know that we're t-shirt sellers, we don't really care. It's just to say that, oh yeah, they're getting national news recognition and everybody loves an underdog. I went to a college that had like a crazy Final Four run probably like 15 years ago. And that pretty much set the whole campus like on fire. And they didn't actually let fires, but the campus has like more than doubled in size probably since then because of all the press they got. And, they were able to parlay that into quite a bit of money, and, the rest is history. So anyways, St. Peter's 15 seed. I mean, I'll probably be rooting for them just because I like an underdog story as much as everybody else, and my brackets are dead. But somebody who probably watches college basketball that maybe also has an Amazon merch seller account decided to go after this niche. I don't even know if I should call it a niche. And hey, they were selling their shirt for $19.99. They probably just stole the logo in PNG form from Google Images. And like I said, they hit the top 5, which, you know, is basically explosive overnight success. If they were, you know, if they sit there and they had the little cash register sound enabled, they probably heard quite a few cha-chings. And while that dopamine rush that we get when we hear that noise feels great, and while, you know, we love when that money hits our bank account each month, I believe this is seriously not a great idea. And as we knew would happen, whether it was through manually somebody may have reported them, or whether it's through, you know, by the way, there are law firms, like there's one called, I think, Mark Monitor Inc. I'm not an expert on this stuff, but I know that if you look up who owns the domain registry for a lot of big corporate domains, I think it's like CDC, it's like CDC corporate domains, or it's like Mark Monitor Inc. And I think these are like big companies that help protect the intellectual property of behemoth companies like Amazon, you know, and like Microsoft and Google. Like I'm not sure that they're owning all of them, but they basically help protect intellectual property for very valuable brands. And they could have done something like been scanning in Amazon's catalog for, for IP infringement from brands like anybody that's currently making a run in the NCAA tournament. Anybody that doesn't watch college basketball, sorry for me assuming that you knew what this was, but yeah, it's like the March Madness, you know, big college basketball tournament where it's like one and done. You lose, you're out. And ultimately there will be one, you know, national champion. So they had the dogs of Amazon page. When your listings get removed, this is what takes its place. It's Amazon's, you know, 404 equivalent. And they just show their, you know, Amazon office dogs. Now, I just wanted to also, before we wrap the video, just remind you guys, like, a long-term perspective is really important. This is my personal this is basically if I scroll all the way, you know, in my account history, which I can do, by the way, thank you to Pretty Merch Pro Plus. There's just one little icon on your dashboard. You click it and you can look at all of your all-time sales in a nice graph like this. If I go back to 2017, my first month, I had 5 sales. Okay, 5 sales. Nobody cares about 5 sales. Nobody's impressed by that. You know, I still always had that long-term perspective. So I made 5 sales. I was happy, right? Because I was thinking, okay, if I made 5, what's stopping me from making 10? If I can make 10, I can make 20 for sure. If I can make 20, why can't I make 40, etc.? That's my thinking, right? Like, it's not always guaranteed that will be the case, but if I go back in time, like, I definitely, nothing was stopping me from scaling this up. Like, we're benefiting off of really the Merch by Amazon infrastructure and the Amazon brand. That's a trusted brand and a trusted e-commerce destination, right? So we're benefiting off of that stuff that we didn't have to have any part of envisioning, growing, scaling, etc. So I just want to remind you guys that if you're like me back in April 2017 with 5 sales, and you're like, oh man, this whole Merch by Amazon thing, you know, maybe it's not working for me, you know, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to sell a shirt related to something that's IP infringement, right? And maybe I'll get lucky and it'll get through, you know, and maybe I won't get caught. If you're thinking this way, just zoom out, right? Like, I went from 5 sales to 22 to 141 within 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I went from 5 sales to 279. And the month after that, my 7th month, 804. Okay, so like, I'm not saying that everybody's going to experience the same rapid growth, but like, it's possible. You're seeing it here, right? And just because I'm a talking head on YouTube doesn't mean that you can't replicate my success. Like, you for sure can. And I have people on that I interview all the time that do better than me, right? So like, don't count yourself out. Don't have that short-term cash grab mentality that costs you your account. When, you know, when I'm talking to my real life friends, like I talked to a couple of them over the weekend, like, oh yeah, Hogue, how's the business going? And I'm like, man, you know, you got to jump on Merch by Amazon. I literally tell them, all right, as if you're one of my longest friends. I say, you should be on Merch by Amazon, guys. Even if you suck at it, you're going to make money and it's going to keep going up over time as long as you don't quit. That's what I tell them, right? That's it. I have no reason to lie to you. I don't lie to them. That's what I tell them. Even if you suck at it, you will make money and it will go up over time if you don't quit. Right? That's not a great way of selling you something, but that's like worst case scenario. All right. So don't end up like the guy who ripped off the St. Mary's. What was it? I don't really watch college basketball. Okay. St. Peter's University. I watch basketball with friends, but on my own time, I'm NFL only. Football all year round, 365 days. That's what I care about. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Before I wrap up, just wanted to remind you, I also have a full Merch by Amazon course walking you through how I went from 5 sales in April 2017, tier 10, to tier 200,000, making well over $100,000 in profit off of merch by Amazon. So if you want to learn more about that, there's a link in the description. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new one.